Hello, my name is Liene and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the books I wanted to read last year but didn't. I've been doing this kind of video every year since I've had my channel. I look back at the books I put on my TBRs in the previous year and see what books I didn't get to. And this year I have 15 books to show you. I don't know how much I'm gonna say about each book because I know something about some and I don't know anything about some, so we'll see how this goes. But these are the books that I wanted to read. I put them on my TBR with intention that I wanted to read them, but I didn't get to them. So let's do this. First, I have The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin. This is a story about two people who survive a plane crash and they need to survive in the wilderness, like in the mountains, in the snow, and yeah, it's a story of survival for both of them. Next, I have Everless by Sarah Holland. This is a story set in a world where time is used as currency, so the richer you are, the longer you live, and the other way around. And I guess our main character probably will be on the poorer side of this system, so we'll see how it goes when I get to reading it. Next, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dowell. This is a villain origin story, and that is what I've been telling every time I pick up and show this book, because that's kind of all I know and all I remember. And I hope it's right, but I'm not sure. But this should be a villain origin story. I have read the first chapter of this one. I read it for like a try a chapter tag last year. I have a bookmark in it even. And if I remember correctly, something about clothes and seamstresses. Is that the right word to use? Why do I feel like that was this one? But don't count on me. I'm not the person you can count on when it comes to telling what the books are about, even when I have read them. Then I have a third book in a series, and it is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. I have mine in Latvian because I'm reading the series in Latvian. And yeah, I really like the series. I want to continue with it, but I just don't know why I didn't pick it up. I put it on my TBR in the spring. I feel like it should be an easy read because it is a middle grade about a girl who was rescued from her home and brought to this another world. And yeah, she goes to school there and things happen. And this one, I feel like this one was where there is kind of pandemic kind of situation happening or some kind of an illness. And as you can see, there is a big cat. And this one, so it is a cat book too. I don't know. I have no excuses why I haven't picked it up because I really like the series and I want to continue with it. But I know that I will have to wait a really long time to get to the fourth one because it is not out yet. And who knows when it will get translated to Latvian. Hopefully it will be eventually. Then Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I put it on my TBR, but not with like a really strong intention to read it. But I really want to read this series. I just kind of dislike these Latvian covers. I don't know why, but I just don't like them. In this world, there are like casts of people and they are based on colors, and reds are the lowest ones. And then there is kind of a rebellion. One of the reds are infiltrating in the gold, or what is the higher ones, because they find out that they have been told lies for a really long time. So yeah, I don't really know much about it, but I really want to read the series because I've heard a lot of good things, and I know my mom enjoyed the series, at least I think the whole series. I know she has read this one definitely and have liked it. So yeah, I need to read it. Hopefully, maybe this year. Then I have Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This is a Greek mythology inspired thing. It is a Medusa inspired thing. And there are some kind of games and ancient gods involved, but yeah, I don't know much. Hopefully it's good, but we'll see. I haven't heard a lot of good things, mostly like mixed things, like okay book, but I've I think some people were really disappointed in this one, but I have a beautiful favorite edition, so hopefully it is good for me. Next, I have The Diary by Zana Daudziņa, and this is a diary of an Latvian actress. She's also a professor for actors, like she teaches speech and or things like that, something like that. But yeah, this is her diary of 2020. I feel like it's 2020, the pandemic, and how she saw it, how it affected her life as actress, and yeah, things like that. I think it will be really interesting. I just didn't get to it, and it is a short one, so it should be a quick read. Then I have Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. I want to read more Ray Bradbury. I have enjoyed his works, most of them, from the ones I have read. This will be one of my next reads by the author, and hopefully it's good. I think it's kind of Halloween time story, because I think it is a scary one, and it has something to do with circus or carnival or something like that. Kind of based on the cover. I don't know why these lines makes me think of circus. I'm really interested in this one, but it is like a mass market paperback, and the font is really small, so we'll see how it goes. Not fan of small font, but I'm really interested in the book, but I didn't get to it. Who knows why? And I have another diary, and it is The Hidden Life by Kaspars Aleksandrs Irbe, and it is a diary of a gay man here in Latvia, and this one is set during 1927 till 1949, so it includes Second World War, and I feel like it will be a really interesting look into history and how things were back then for gay men. So we'll see how it goes. I started it in October or September, but I didn't read much because it is not an easy read. I definitely want to read it this year. Hopefully I will do it little by little throughout the year, but we'll see. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson is next. I put it in my TBR because it is a short one. It should be a quick read, but as we can see, I didn't pick it up. And it is a non-fiction about astrophysics for people in a hurry. So it is like small chunks explaining some things, I think. But I don't really know much. My brother gave me this book, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, a non-fiction. Spacey non-fiction. I love the cover because space, stars, things like that. Next, I have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. This is a romance book about two people. He is an actor or something like that, and he writes fan fiction, and she is a fan of him. And I don't know if he's fan fiction too, but a romance starts between them. How and what happens, I don't know, but it is an adult romance. So, yeah. Next, I have More Than a Millionaire by Gunda Kakazinya. This is a short book, but it has a novel and a short story collection by the author. And yeah, I have no idea what it is about. I have it because of the cat on the cover, and it was on my TBR for Cat Lady readathon, and the only book I didn't get to during that second one. So, yeah, that's all. 24 Good Deeds by Jenny Fagerlund. This is a romance story too, set in winter, around Christmas, but that's kind of all I know. It has wintry cover, and I guess the main character does good things for someone. Who knows? But this was a Christmas gift in 2021 from my sister, and I wanted to read this winter, around Christmas, but didn't, as you can see. So maybe this year. So I have 11 months to get to this book. So hopefully it's a good one. I don't know. I will read it. I will someday. And the last one is a short story, 1904 by Inga Žolude. I think this is about Latvian composer Emīls Dārziņš, who wrote one of my favorite classical pieces. Definitely favorite Latvian classical piece, Melancholy Waltz. And yeah, it might be about the time he wrote the piece, because like this little small title underneath the big one is Melancholy Waltz. And yeah, I don't know much about this little book, but it is like, it should be such a quick read because it's a short one and there are illustrations like this one painting or drawing used throughout the book. Like, I think this is the full one, and then in other places there are like parts of it cut out or something like that. But yeah, this is the last one. So I lied. This is after filming me, and I remember that I had an ebook I wanted to read but didn't, and it was For Real by Alexis Hall. It is spicy romance, a male romance, I think, and it is one of Olivia's favorite books. So I wanted to read it because of that, but didn't, so I will definitely read it. Now back to the me before this. These were the books I wanted to read in 2022 but didn't, for whatever reason. And I will try and read some of them this year. We'll see how I succeed, but I always try to do that, like incorporate the previous year's unread books from the TBRs in my current year. I definitely won't read them all, but I will try and read at least half of them. Please let me know in the comments down below one book from last year that you wanted to read but didn't, for whatever reason. You don't have to say the reasons, but just let me know the book title and author. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Bye! And I would really appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you want to. So yeah, that's it. There are links to my Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram in the comments down below. In the description box down below, so you can connect with me there. But yeah, peace out.